this episode, I have one main goal in mind. That is Caitlin. Caitlin, the superhero that we never knew we needed, but now I definitely want. Caitlin was our test subject last episode that I accidentally may or may not have shot at a few times, and I may or may not have destroyed her liver. Now, she is most likely going to die, but I'm going to do everything in my power at the beginning of this episode to try fix her. Other than that, we've got lots of wondrous plans. I have turned up the difficulty. It is now a lot more difficult. There should be more spawns of Psycasters within tribal raids, and they should be a lot more frequent, theoretically. And the other plan for this episode is going to be getting armor so we can deal with those psychic raiders. Because I think once we can get armor, we can rely on our M2 Brownings and our Tau cannons and probably make a few more tanks and things. And then we can go to war with the Empire, get rid of them, and let America reign supreme. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see whether or not poor Caitlin survives, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things. Let's work on the fact that she has life-threatening acute liver failure. 100%. Oh, for... I thought we'd have a little bit longer. I was going to set out on a caravan. I was going to go over to the Dong. It was going to be this whole thing of traveling over there, bringing it back and being so proud of it, and then I'd steal her, and we'd be really upset with the Empire for mistreating her, but I mistreat... Oh my god. Destroy item. Oh, shit! That was not the intention for this episode whatsoever, I promise. And what have I noticed? Donny T is working away, and it looks like his face is almost back. I vaguely make out eyes. Donny T, take off your helmet. Let me look at you. Donny T's face is definitely not back. His body's back, though. Just not the face. That's the most important bit. Let me look at your lovely, lovely face, Donny T. Okay, well, I guess we need to probably give him another reverter, maybe? No. He's already fully reverted. Oof. Oh, oof. Not sure what we're going to do about that, then. Nope. Faceless Donny T. Oh dear. I've just realized as well I changed the objectives for today's episode to just be Caitlin. I guess we can take that off. I mean, Caitlin's finished. And all of our lovely outsourced workers have now gone. I mean, they were 3 people short, but still they returned almost intact. Let's call them up and let's get ourselves another 10. I think 10 is a very nice amount, and I think having them for 3 days allows a good rotation. We can see new friendly faces and not let them get too sad being here. Let's get another 10 inbound. I'll set them up with some work and we'll get started on seeing how they go. And oh my god, I forgot how many roles are activated. Holy moly. And we just got the research for targeted serums, and this unlocked ourselves the ability to mute a serum for combat, crafting. The ones that we gave Donny T, but we can now make them, which is lovely. We can make Donny T a monkey again, but no, maybe it goes better this time round. I'm still waiting for the research to pop for any form of armor. I'm going to look through the research tree, and all we need is flak armor to pop. That's it. I've gone through about 8 researchers so far, sitting in silence. Nothing else has changed, unfortunately. The base is getting on with things as we do. No one's been recruited. At the moment, I'm expanding the drug area here so we can maybe make more drugs. And that is about it. I've now queued up the fences as well to go along the asphalt highway so the truck actually uses them instead of just going across it all. I'm kind of bored. Waiting around for the research for flak armor to hit is taking a very, very long time. And just as I say that, all of our lovely, lovely outsourced workers, apart from one, have left. So wait for this one to just leave, and then we'll get some more on the go. In the next batch of workers, we'll have another 10, obviously. I might even increase that to 12. Just so we can get some other jobs around the base done. And obviously, once again, we'll get them for 3 days again. The other jobs that I want doing is scanning, actually, on the ground penetrating scanner, so we can get some more steel veins and things like that. At the moment, we've got them still going. There's still steel left in around all of the deep drills. But what happens when we run out? Are we just going to keep getting more and more outsourced workers and not doing anything with them? No. We need to adapt and overcome. So I figured that we may as well get some extra people so they can work on the scanners. And there it is, flak armor. We have got access to so many more things. Holy moly. All of these days, weeks, months are sitting inside, forcing these people to not do anything. We're finally making headway on our progress. There it is. Flak armor is complete. What a lovely occasion this is indeed. So I guess we can just go through everything to see if any of it's any good. I'd imagine it's all quite powerful. I've got just a sneaky suspicion that it's all pretty good. Juggernaut suit is pretty good. EOD bomb suit, pretty good. None of them are actually insane. I genuinely thought they'd be better, but I'm not going to complain. I think I'll just queue up like a variety of decent body armors and vests and things, and just let people wear whatever they fancy. There we go, so I've queued up 4 different lots of armor, 2 of each, which should cover most people. Not everybody's going to need it. For example, you know, Chili's not going to need body armor, Baby's not going to need our body armor. Arguably, people like Microsoft and Cottonwood, who are never really going to leave, don't need the body armor. So there's not quite enough, and it means that we can then specialize even further depending on what we fancy. And going through trading with Juju, the bulk goods trader, I remembered I have the muted syringe for Labrador Retriever and Arctic Wolf. 2 very fantastic muted syringes. Who, out of all my colonists, do I consider to be a Labrador Retriever? And there's one that springs straight to mind. Alamo. I don't know why. He just gives off big old Labrador Retriever vibes. Don't know what it is. Antidepressants and the brain injury. I don't know. Just really gives off Labrador Retriever vibes. Come and inject yourself with the muted syringe, my friend, and become a Labrador Retriever. And the muted syringe for Arctic Wolf. Arctic Wolf. I don't know. Robert, maybe an Arctic Wolf. You know, sly, sort of spooky, a little bit scary. No, that doesn't work. I don't think we have any colonists that I'd consider to be like an Arctic Wolf. Labrador Retriever, though, I do see that. So what we need to do now is just remember to use an antigen on Alamo when he kind of changes a little bit. Instead of going to like 70%, I think we'll go to 75%, alright? So then at least he continues looking like Alamo and not just like, I don't know, Donnie T with no face, you know? And the first anti-tank gun placement has been built. What a lovely and attractive piece of American manufacturism. Who better other than Chad Chatton to man the anti-tank gun and let rip on one of our fantastic outsourced workers. Looking at them all, they're all very nice people. However, Storch looks angry. He looks angry and he looks like he's been fed up with the way he's been treated. Look at him. He's got angry hair. Look. Let's just give him a taste of an anti-tank gun and see what happens. Not much. We shot off his leg, which does sound like a lot. But that was an anti-tank gun. This only blew off his leg. I'm not impressed, you know. I'm not impressed. The tower launcher definitely would have done worse. And that, like, doesn't need to be recharged. And the barrel durability just kind of exists. Not what I wanted, really. Oh, an exotic goods trader as well for Biotech. Very convenient, seeing as we have quite a few colonists that are missing quite a few limbs. I think in an ideal world, we get a couple of legs. Specifically for Coke, I feel like he needs to be quicker. Especially as our main fighter. Let's have a look and see what they got. So whilst they don't have any bionics that we are looking for, they did have something that did interest me. A gene pack here for illegally small frame and slow diseases. Now, the illegally small frame should not be even accessible most of the time. This is not a very well balanced gene at all. It's part of the big and small genes, and as it has been added by popular request, probably not terribly well balanced, combined with something like small people toughness, unless you want a stiff breeze to kill them. It reduces their body size multiplier to 15%, reduces their construction speed to 25%, but their melee damage hit factor is 200%. Holy moly. Melee hit chance is plus 12. Mining speed is all the way down. Move speed is down. But basically, this is going to be the most ridiculous melee character you've ever seen. At the moment, we haven't got a melee character that's specifically only melee, and that's it. But what if we did? What if we take Baby here? Baby, and force them to become illegally small for life. They are Pollux-kin, however, which means they are bad at, like, fighting and stuff, but what if we basically make that so they are good at doing those things and just train them in melee, you know? Now, only just noticed after all these episodes that I've made the hydroponics rooms too big. Turns out I can only fit in very comfortably one sun lamp unless I fit in like 4 of them in order to fill up the entirety of this room. Oh, This is not good. I think I'm just going to put one in the middle and make it look more aesthetically pleasing rather than not. We're at a stage now where I do have the power and I do have mostly the resources to actually start working on the hydroponic stuff. But I wish I could have made the space more efficient. It doesn't matter though, alright? It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. Perfect, so I've queued up all the hydroponics that are going to live in this one room here. In total, 24. It's going to be a big drain on our power, so thankfully we have an excess of 11,000 at the moment. We should be good. Ooh, and the multi-analyzer has popped up as well. Straight into fabrication next. Now that we've got armor, now that we've got mutation stuff on the go, multi-analyzer makes sense to get more components so we can deal with the Empire effectively once everybody is suitably armored up. And I completely forgot as well, but we can now make all the mutaserums for all the different things as well. So we can have temperate, domestic, equine, feline, production, combat, servid, all those exciting things. I think I'm going to queue up a couple of the combat ones so we can give those to maybe more combat-focused characters, maybe Microsoft, Dr. Jew, give them a little bit more of an edge to them, try to specify them a little bit more. Maybe I think I'm going to queue up some more antigen as well to keep on the go. There we are. We have now finished the hydroponics room here. Looks fantastic. It looks very lovely. Our power grid is doing absolutely fine with it as well. I'm just growing loads of rice at the moment. All of these extra Imperials are absolutely using up my food reserves like crazy. At the moment, we do have a little bit of rice and potatoes, but that's it. That is all we've got for the time being. So I figured just keep it on rice, and once we get rid of the Empire and we start to go to war with them, you can change things around and start making different things. And inspired cooking, chili. No, this is Rimworld. We do simple meals, and that is all. I mean, chili, doing some cooking? Does he look like the kind of bloke that does cooking? I don't know. I can't work it out. We've also managed to bash out a load of Tristopran as well to add to our little drug collection. Now, I've queued up Tristopran a long time ago as something to give to all of our tribals. And what better time other than now to give all of them Tristopran? It would make them so happy and excited to do everything they could in life. Now, I don't know if there's a way to set drug schedules for prisoners, but yeah, we're going to start feeding them Tristopran. Okay, there is no direct way to add it to their schedule and to administer Tristopran, so all I've done is just set it up as an operation to administer Tristopran. I guess as long as I remember to do it and they don't accidentally get addicted to it, this should be fine. Who better other than sweet dear Coke to administer lethal amounts of Tristopran to Mavis? Perfect. Congratulations, Mavis. How was your Tristopran? Plus 25 in mood. Holy moly. Christ. Why was I upset again? She's got absolutely no idea. Whole body is being affected by Tristopran. It is reducing her consciousness by 25%, but she's happy. This is going to make people join us so much quicker. Nora over here. My mother died. My friend Okko died. I'm depressed. My best friend died. I'm recreation side. Just take some Tristopran. You'll be fine, I promise. Okay, so a quick update on Alamo and their transformation. So far, Alamo has grown a singular Labrador ear. Does it suit him? By God, yes, it does. My little Labrador Retriever man. Currently, you have a right ear. A left ear is starting to grow as well, which is very cute. And your head is covered in fur. Very patable and very lovable. I might just allow Alamo to just have the ears, and that'll be about it. I think that makes enough sense for him. So as soon as those have grown, then we'll just go from there. There, multi-analyzer has been complete. What a fantastic thing for us to grab. There's the advanced multi-analyzer just sitting there as well. Do I? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do want the advanced multi-analyzer. Fantastic. What a lovely thing for us to be able to get. Now, it doesn't really unlock much more for us. We just are kind of sitting here waiting, and honestly, for anything else to happen. We've had no more vehicle research either, which is a massive shame. We need fabrication. Things are going very slowly. And unfortunately, a elephant has accidentally revenged on Alamo. Alamo, how are you doing? He's doing all right. He's turning into a Labrador. He's pretty happy about himself. Bleeding out in 11 hours. He's 82% human. I've sent all of our lovely outsourced workers over here to deal with the elephant. I figured that 8 outsourced workers would probably win against an elephant. If they can, I mean, that's pretty bad, really. Perfect. And the elephant has been surrounded by all of our 6 outsourced workers, and funnily enough, they have won. Congratulations, guys. You have earned yourself a meal. And Alamo is now at 77% human. And you know what? We're going to stop things there, all right? We're going to just straight in with the antigen. We're not going to take him any further. He's still got his face, and that'll do for me, you know? Come and administer that antigen on Alamo, and we can see that he is turning nicely into a Labrador. Our favorite friend Alamo, part Labrador. An antigen has been installed. Fantastic. Alamo, come into the light so I can check you out. You don't look like Alamo anymore. Please, can you take off your hat quickly? Yeah, that doesn't look like Alamo anymore. He's got the dog ears, and I think this is a snout here. I can't work it out. Oh dear, Alamo. Oh dear indeed. And Alamo straight away, probably knowing that we forced him to become a Labrador, is taking his antidepressants. He's happy about it, I think, that he is feeling closer to nature because of these mutations. And there he is taking his antidepressants. But anyway, I've completely overran our recording session today, and I'm going to have to end things here. Unfortunately, not much happened this episode. The most exciting thing was Alamo becoming a Labrador. Flak armor has been researched now, and I'm now working on the multi-analyzer stuff to get fabrication and everything. I think next episode we can start going to war with the Empire. We'll get one more lot of workers, and we'll absolutely go ham on the steel production. Bulk up as much as we can, and hopefully pick up a couple of good researchers. I'd like to get people in tanks. I'd like to get people with better weapons and more armor and everything, but the things just aren't going very quick. The mod pack isn't very well optimized. Who'd have thought? So things are going quite slowly, and I haven't got the time to be keeping up. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see us go to war with the Empire and take people like Liana here and absolutely obliterate them with American power, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.